Welcome to Gold Talks. On these little clips, we're going to meet some very interesting people that are going to connect sports, football particularly, and mental health and wellness. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to Gold Talks. Today we have Marcus McDougald with us out of LA. This gentleman is somebody we are very excited to have a quick 3 questions with. He's involved in branding and content with LAFC, so he's a football guy. He's definitely California cool, but we want to know a little bit about the mental sort of situation with sport and humans and organizations and community and how they all flow together. So Marcus, thank you for joining us today on Gold Talks.
No, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So listen, right away we're gonna jump right into it, and I want to know: do you believe that football can be the vehicle of change in community and lead the way with these conversations?
I think football can be a great platform. I think it's definitely can play a key role in that. I think it should be, when it's done right, a place in which it creates a space in which people from all backgrounds and all communities that can come together and rally behind a singular idea. And so I think, I think football absolutely can be a vehicle for change. And I think I'm seeing that even in our own club, which is great.
Okay, so one of my questions that we've had here on Gold Talks is it an obligation for the sport? Now, I know that's a very loaded, heavy word, but being the sport that it is, being international, being at the forefront, always being in the public side, I mean, it really always on everybody's lips, pretty much around the world. Does football as a whole and the organizations that run these sort of things all over the world and the clubs and the FAs and the associations, do they have an obligation to be that change, be that catalyst? And you can ask your manager too, by the way.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
What do you think?
Do you have any opinions on that? What do you think? Do you think teams are obligated to create change? Here's what I think. I think that I don't know if anyone's obligated, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that that anyone should feel obligated. As I think about the climate that we're in right now, I would hate to think that people are responding out of a feeling of having to contribute outside of their own inclinations or own interest in participating.
Out of their own want.
Exactly. And I think, like, when I hear obligated, I think you're forced to, right? And I think ultimately we need to understand that our opportunity here as a society is to not donate to other people's contributions, right? Or donate to the betterment of other people in our community and our society, but we have to invest. And investment is inherently self-interested as well. So I do think that, teams should invest in their communities. I think they should invest in, social justice issues. I think that they should understand that it is in their own self-interest and organizational interest to participate in a way larger than contributing to, financially, or whether it's a pop-up event, to fixing other people's quote unquote problems. But they should see it as, hey, we have the opportunity as a club to be better. What does that look like? And that involves investing in other people. So.
And sort of going off of what you're ending off there about problems and so forth, on a mental health side of things, and on does football, in your opinion, help people deal with different sort of mental health situations and issues that can arise, right? And again, mental health is such a broad brush and it means so many things, right?
Yeah.
Is it a vehicle, and
Sure.
is it the right sort of vehicle for dealing with those situations?
It's a great vehicle in many ways. I mean, I think obviously playing it, right? Being physically active is obviously directly connected to being mentally active or mentally healthy. So it's important that we find that balance. But if we think about sort of the non-sporting side of it, but more of the community side of it, I've seen it in our own community, the way people connect over LAFC that goes far beyond just being fans of a team. And I think that's the opportunity, right? Is to, especially in this COVID window where people feel so separate from each other, to be able to use the game to really bring people together. Literally, there's this, neurochemical in our body called oxytocin. And when oxytocin is triggered and released, we feel better. We feel happier. We feel a part of something larger than ourselves. And this neurochemical has sort of helped us sustain humanity for centuries. And I think that we need less dopamine inducing stimuli and more oxytocin inducing stimuli.
Dude, that's it. This is where it ends, because that was the perfect answer. Listen, Marcus, thank you for being on Gold Talks and talking with us, and jumping into that subject. And Gold Initiatives Foundation, this is what we're all about, and we're so excited to keep pushing the idea of mental health and sport and play, and how it all is just, as you just put it, they're 100% linked. Sport and mental health is, the heart goes pumping, the blood goes flowing, and the euphoria that you get from that mix really is something that helps on a mental side of things. So listen, Marcus, thank you for joining us today on Gold Talks. And, we wish you all the best, you and your family.
I appreciate you having me on. Thanks for, having both Bodie and I on.
That's cool. That's so amazing. What a name. That's so Californian, and Bodie.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Appreciate you. Take care.